Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Accu-Stats Video Productions, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2014 Accu-Stats Make It Happen 8-Ball Invitational. This is live from the Aramis Simonis Arena at Sandcastle Billiards in Edison, New Jersey. This is the 5th edition of the Make It Happen series, which began back in 2012 with our inaugural Make It Happen 8-Ball Invitational. We've come full circle, and we're back here again. We've got 6 of the greatest champions of all time here assembled to play a round-robin format, race to 10, 8-ball. At the conclusion of the 4 days of play, the player with the best overall one-loss record will be crowned our Accu-Stats Make It Happen 8-Ball champion. Should there be a tie, there's a playoff, and we'll tell you more about that as we get a little bit closer to the weekend. But it's important to win as many games as you can, even if you're on the lost side of the match, because that does factor in to tiebreakers. So each guy will play 5 matches over 4 days, and that will determine our records for our champion. So before I introduce what I've determined to be our first Hall of Fame match for you, I'd like to one last time, on behalf of Accu-Stats and our great champions, express our gratitude and appreciation for all your loyalty and devotion to our industry and to Accu-Stats, once again, for making this happen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to introduce our players. This is going to be match number 6. Both players have played once. Both players have a record of 0 wins and 1 loss. Our first player, originally from Helsinki, Finland, now residing in New York City. Among this gentleman's long list of accomplishments include victories at the All Japan Open. He owns 2 consecutive U.S. Open 9-ball crowns. He is the 2013 Ultimate 10-ball champion, and he was named the Billiards Digest Player of the Decade for the 2000s. Sponsored by Mezcues, Kamui, Volturi Cases, and Town Break and Jump Tips. Ladies and gentlemen, would you warmly welcome the newest member of the Billiard Congress of America Hall of Fame? It's the Iceman, Mika Immonen. Thank you. And his most worthy opponent from Tarlac in the Republic of the Philippines. This gentleman is a 3-time All-Japan champion. He has 2 World Cup of Pool titles to his credit, a World 9-ball championship, and he is twice the Derby City Classic World All-Around champion. In 2010, he also took his rightful place among the greats of our game with his induction into the BCA Hall of Fame. Sponsored by Bear Q's and Puyat Sports, there's no more lovable guy in our business than Django. Please welcome Francisco Bustamante. Okay. Your official timekeeper for this match is Miss Angel Maracas. Your official photographer is Carl Kantrowitz. And at this time, I have the great pleasure to send it to the booth to the voice of Accu-Stats, Billy Incardona, and to Hall of Famer Danny Diliberto.
Accu-Stats Video Productions presents from Edison, New Jersey at Sandcastle Billiards, the Make It Happen 8-Ball Invitational. Along with Danny Diliberto, I'm Billy Incardona, and the feature match this afternoon, Danny, is between 2 legends of the game, in Francisco Bustamante and Mika Immonen. You know, there's no shortage of talent here in this tournament, Danny, and these 2 players that are playing in this match is a testament of that. I mean, this guy here has won everything in every continent in the world, Danny. He's such a great player, and what a tremendous break he has.
And there it is.
But
you got him.
I got him.
You got him with that. Tremendous break. All he made was noise.
And as he walked away from the table, he had that smirk, that smile on his face like, that's not supposed to happen, but it did.
It's really not.
No. Anyways, Mika Immonen, another great player. He won the U.S. Open back-to-back in 2008, 2009. And he also has a world tournament
He's taking
victory
the right
as well.
group here. The solids are a little better just because of that, what is it, the 12 ball? The 12 ball's a little tied up
Danny's talking about the 2 balls on the lower right-hand corner.
near the 7.
There, where the 8 balls on the foot spot, there are 2 balls to the right of that, the 7 and the 12 ball. The 12 ball does not have a pocket.
But the 7 does.
But the 7 does, and because of that, the solids are the much better group of the 2. Yeah, in 2008 and 2009 in particular, this guy here was unbeatable. Not to say he's still, not the caliber of player that he was back then. He still is a great player, and quite frankly, anyone in this tournament can win.
You're right.
Just as the man at the table.
Yeah, you
Mika
don't want to
Immonen
lay
can.
more than 8-5 any match. Well, he fell on the 7.
Yeah, but he would have liked to follow on the 7 where he could have fallen on the 1 next. That way, then all he would need to have done was to follow
You're right.
from the 1 to the 2 to the 8.
He's got work now.
Now he has to draw back just like a 2 or 3 inches and then play
Pretty
the
good.
1. I don't know if he's ended up with a shot on the 1. It looks like he...
Oh, he's got it.
I don't know if he does.
He's
It's
got
close.
it.
It's close.
No, it isn't. He's got it. He's going to go to the 6, and he'll fall on the 8.
Excellent shot maker. Notice how comfortably he shoots shots to carry his distance.
Yeah, he's got a powerful stroke.
He's a very accurate player. Great shot maker, big stroke. And when this guy is playing, when he has the confidence, he is just about unbeatable. Rack number 1 goes to Mika Immonen, who takes the early lead in the race to 10, 1-0. Bustamante opened up the balls in the first game, and you know as well as anyone what a big break he has. So therefore, he came up dry on the break, something that we didn't expect to see happen, but it did. Immonen took advantage of it, and now he has an opportunity to open up the balls in rack number 2.
Go 2
and
games
he
ahead.
also has a big break.
Oh, yes, he does. And a lot of people don't know it. He's from Helsinki, Finland, but he was born in London.
Yes, he was. He won the WPA World 9-Ball Championship in Cardiff, Wales in 2001. He also won the 2008 and 2009 U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship in Chesapeake, Virginia.
But my favorite story is I did the commentary. He played horribly. Corey Deuel beat him 11-0, the finals of the U.S. Open. I said, oh, man, that'll ruin him. He's done. He won the very next tournament he played in. That is commendable.
Yeah, well, that's a common trait that all these world champions have, at least the ones that are here in this tournament. They have the resiliency to do that, I mean, they can shake off those losses much easier than, obviously, most other players. And that's evidenced in what you just said, that even after that horrible loss, he came back the very next tournament and won.
He really did.
Now, like I mentioned, he also has a big break. Let's see him as he opens up the balls in rack number 2. 11 in the side, 10 or 14 in the corner. But does he have a shot? He has a shot on the 2 ball. But look what's happened to the ball, the 3 ball at this end of the table. And the solids, in my opinion, is a real bad choice here. But he may be forced to take the solids. The 3 ball that's positioned on this end of the table is tied up with the 10, and the 13 is on the other side of the 3. So the likelihood of him breaking loose that 3 from the 10-13 is very unlikely because there's no solids around there to do it with. So if at all possible, he wants to take the stripes here.
Yeah, he's going to do it because he's got a chance to either break up the 10 or fall on it. If you control the cue ball, you could fall on that 10, even for a bank.
Well, what he wants to do now, he wants to stretch over the table or possibly even use the bridge, pocket the 12 ball and draw around the 13 into the 10-3 and open up the 10-3 now.
Softly. Softly. You don't need to hit it hard like that. Good enough.
And that's what he's done.
Now he can go to the 15, I believe that is.
If he can go to the 15 now's the time to do it, because
he's got a perfect angle to do that, Billy.
now's the time to do it. No, he doesn't like it.
Oh, I would have done it, but
I kind of like what he's done there as well, Danny. He's got a very open route, cross table, like he's addressing the 15 ball now. From that position, he can go cross table without any interfering balls, like he's done. He wants to get off that cushion. A couple of inches is good enough.
Fine. Now it's stop.
Like Danny said, he has stop if he chooses to do that. But sometimes players don't like to take any
Well, he's
longer
got a little
shots.
angle, so he could bounce off the rail and play to the side, which he tried to do, I believe.
And when you're an excellent shot maker, you have the luxury of being able to do that because of your ability to pocket balls. Rack number 2 goes to Emin, as the first one did, and now he takes a 2-0 lead in a race to 10. But Bustamante will be at the table to open up the balls in rack number 3. Now, in the opening break, Bustamante came up dry, and it was a surprise to all of us here because we know how well he breaks the balls. But, if you fall behind by 3 games in a race to 10, you gotta break service twice on your opponent's break, and that's very difficult to do.
That's because of the alternate break. And any time you don't get out on your break, you could lose 2 games without shooting again. So it's very important to run out on your break.
Bustamante was born in 1963, which makes him somewhere around 50 years old. Actually, December of 63.
He's going to be 52 next month.
Yep, that's correct. In December, he was born December 29th, 1963.
Oh, then he'll be 51 next month.
Earl Strickland, 53. Bustamante will be 51. And it's amazing that these guys, and I really do believe this, when they reach 50 years old, they could, if they're still competitive against the greatest players in the world, which both of them obviously are, that's really a testament to their work ethic and their skills and their determination and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you really have to have all that to be able to sustain that type of excellence all those years. And we're watching 2 of the best that's ever done it with Bustamante and Strickland.
Okay, I like the solids here. You can do either one, but the 2 will get you to the 3, which looks like trouble, but it isn't. The 2 will get you to the 3. That's what you got to look at. You see a ball sort of tied up and you could fall on it, that's what you got to take. But he can do either one. But he doesn't have a real good ball to fall on the 15 with. See, he's got a good ball to fall on the 3 with.
He's going to opt to take the solids for the reason Danny brought up.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of a problem area, and that's the 7 and the 5.
He took the stripes.
Watch out, the 14. Okay, well, he took the stripes. He saw something that maybe we didn't, and he opted to take the stripe. I don't know if the 15 passes. If we can get an angle on the 15 in relation to both the 14 and the 3.
I think it passes. And if it does...
I don't know. It looks like it may pass.
And you can go to it with the 13 because it passed. I think it passes.
He's going to have to clear the 13 or the 12, or I believe it's the 13, before he shoots the 14, because the 13 blocks the pocket for that ball. Okay, well, now he wants to shoot the 11 and drop for the, I believe, the 13.
Yeah, the 13 will get you to the 14 or 15 in that same pocket. where the 13 is. Oh, he wants to hit him. I don't know about this. He didn't hit anything. He went in and out.
Hitting the 15 wasn't a bad shot because he had the insurance ball with the 13. He would have liked to have grazed that 15 and opened up that pocket. Now he may be forced to go into the 315 here off the 13, something that he really doesn't want to do.
That's only if the 15 doesn't pass. If the 15 passes, he can go to it.
I still like going into him here. I like going into him because you're going to have to. If you're able to hit the 15 by split hitting the 14-15 by hitting the 15, I think that would be the best route to take, providing that you have the
ability
to control the cue ball
behind the 2.
No, you don't hit it that hard.
Well, I think they both go. So I think, maybe he doesn't think so because I would be up shooting a 13, fall on the 15 right now.
Let's see what he does. He may play position for the 15.
No, he'd try to hit him, like you said, but this is what I said.
Exactly.
He can tie him up.
He really didn't have the angle, a comfortable angle enough to hit that shot with the speed that wouldn't have positioned the 15 where it is now.
And apparently the 15 didn't pass, or he would have never went into it.
Oh, here we go here. He's going to have to bank this cross corner or cut it in. I don't know what he wants to cut it in so he can move to 15. Look, like that.
He did that, but I don't know about all this.
Great shot. Now, he has a pocket for the 14 in the side, but it's a very, very small pocket.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, and I got a perfect view of it, and he doesn't even look like there is a pocket.
Yeah, there is, and he'll have the 15.
But there certainly is a pocket, and he found it. That's a great shot, by the way. He had a very, very small pocket.
Yeah, he needs to win this game, and it looks like he's going to.
This is rack number 3. Bustamante will get on the scoreboard, trailing in the match 2-1. Yeah, he was a pretty unlucky not to brush the 15 in his first attempt to open those 2 balls up, but he was able to come back a little later on, a couple of shots later, and remedy the problem. That's what these guys do so well, Danny.
Let's see that shot again.
Look, no, he shot the 11 in the side.
He went right between them and back out.
Twice he went in between them, and there really wasn't much room to do that.
Look,
once, let alone
he's
twice.
A little stunned. However, he won the game, so it didn't hurt him much.
But it did add a little excitement to it, didn't it?
It gave us something to talk about also, Billy.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to get in the loser column 2 games because with 1 loss, they still have a chance to win. Because Darren Appleton is undefeated, and one of them could beat Darren, and that'll give him 1 loss.
Well, Bustamante lost his first match. What did Emin do?
He lost his first match.
Well, both of these players lost their first match, so this match is very important for both players.
Yeah, they're just about eliminated if they lose a second match. 'Cause I don't think you could win it with 3-2.
Yeah, just about eliminated. But I would imagine there's some tiebreakers that we need to discuss if it comes to that.
Yeah, they'll go by ball count, game count. Well, they look a little tied up, but everything passes. So fall on where they draw the ball now and get rid of the 12. That's what he did.
Yeah, well,
or the 13, I should say.
Yes, the demanding ball on the table for the stripes is the 14 ball. I don't know if the 14 passes into the left side pocket. That's where the side of the table he's standing on now. If it doesn't, then he's going to have to play position for the 14 in the other side pocket, and he can't do that now because the angle that he's left himself with on the 10 ball certainly doesn't lend to that particular shot.
Well, if it passes, he's going to shoot it right now.
If it passes, he'll shoot
That's
to
what he's
14
doing.
now.
Yeah.
It looks like it may because he's put himself in pretty good line for it. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it does pass. So he's going to probably end up, if he can do this, shoot the 10 in the side next, the 13 or 12 in the corner, play the 8 in the side. No reason to travel any further with the cue ball.
Yeah, it's a road map right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll play the 8 in the side.
Well, he needs the bridge right now.
He'll just stop it where it is now.
Yeah, he'll have a pretty good shot.
He's leading in the match 2-1. After pocketing the 8 in the side, he'll then extend his lead to 3-1, which he's done. His best years, Danny, was 2008, 2009. Obviously, those were the 2 years that he won the U.S. Open in succession. He won the U.S. Open in 2008 and 2009.
That's before he got old. Because now he's in his 40s.
Bustamante is actually a gold medal holder in the Asian Games. He won in the 9-ball division in the Asian Games, and that was in, I believe it was 2002. And I believe that was in a doubles match. I believe Efren Reyes was his partner in that. Them two happen to team up quite often, don't they? Not a bad team, I wouldn't think.
Pretty good.
Reyes and Bustamante.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Of course, Efren dominated pool for a while.
Yeah, Efren certainly passed the test of time in terms of dominating the game. I mean, he stayed on top for over 20 years, and we're talking about all games.
He won his first tournament that he came to the country in Houston. And what was his name? Chico Morales?
Cesar Morales.
Cesar
Yeah.
Morales.
Now, there's that big break again, but you know what? He's not putting anything down, but he did there. And it looks like the 7 ended up in front of the 9, tying up that ball.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of work. That's the main work right now.
I kind of like the solids better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a major problem with the 9-ball with the stripes, if you take the stripes, which I don't think he will. Also, there's a problem with the stripes with the 10-ball. Not that you can't get shape on it, but you can in the upper corner.
What you look for when you have trouble spots like that is you look for a ball like the 13 to fall on the 10 with. So that'll take care of that problem. So the big problem is where the 7 is tied to the other ball, but he's going to take the solids.
He's going to try to go into the 7 here.
Yeah, one rail, just nudge it.
Nope. He's going to go into the 7 off the 4.
Well, he's going to have to twirl this quite a bit.
Yes, he is, but I think that he can do it because he's close enough to the 4 to hit it accurately, and I believe the side spin will take him right into the 7.
What do you shoot next, Billy?
Well, I think he's going to have options here. Well, he's got the 7. He's got the 3. I suspect that he's going to shoot the 3 here.
This might be all he's got.
But that's enough. Just like the pitcher of the Hustler. Didn't leave much, left enough.
He's got the 7 if he had to shoot it, but 3 is better because you control the cue ball better.
Yeah, you have a much better idea of where the cue ball's going. A little more difficult of a shot, but certainly a fair trade-off. Nicely struck. Now, he's gotten rather straight on the 6. I suspect that he'll either shoot the 6 and draw straight back and try to actually fall on the 5.
I don't think he has any angle, so I don't think he could force over to the 5.
A lot of problems in front of him here. Even though it appears that he's out of the woods, he's certainly not out of the woods. He has a lot of problems.
Okay, where does the 1 go? Does it go in that far corner?
The 1's gone.
Oh, what is that ball near the 12?
Well, he's not. He's forced to shoot the 7 here, I think, because I think the likelihood of him pocketing the 5 and getting shape on the 7 is not as good as it would be for him to pocket the 7 and get shape on the 5. He's going to have to hit this shot with a good stroke, play the cue ball, even if he touches the 9 slightly, 2 cushions between the 8 and the 10 for position on the 5.
But the 1 is still on the table, Billy.
Is the 1 on the table?
You said it was gone.
Yeah, I thought it was gone.
It's stuck on the 12 ball.
That's a horse of a different color.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful hot hit that was.
He might shoot the 1 right now.
If the 1, if it goes, he's got to shoot the 1 now. But this shot here is not only a difficult shot in terms of the degree of difficulty of pocketing it, but also coming up with a shot for the 7. But no problem for him. Django comes up with a nice shot on the 1 with position for the 7.
Yeah, he'll go 2 rails.
Nice. Got such a beautiful stroke.
Uh-oh, he's over the top a little.
Slightly over the top.
I imagine he'll
Slightly.
make it.
And that's how it's done. Rack number 5 went to Bustamante, who now trails by only 1 game in the match, 3 games to 2. Yeah, that's how it's done. It wasn't an easy rack by any means. A lot of problems in that last rack, but he managed to make it, make his way through it quite nicely, I might add. He was confronted with a lot of difficult situations in that rack, but he beat them all. Made a beautiful shot when he cut the 5 in. Made a real nice shot shooting the 1. Going around the 7.
The 1 was a tough shot, like you pointed out. But the position made it tougher. But he didn't have any problem.
Mm-hmm. And the shot on the 6, when he drew it back with maximum left angle, he's trying to get on the 5, inadvertently going into the stripe and falling a little bit short of the 5, really didn't present much of a problem as he thinly cut the 5 in, stayed there for the 7. But opted did not to shoot the 7, wanted to shoot the 1, which was a very difficult ball to get on. Now that he had a shot on it, he said, I'm going to take it. And he did take it and make it.
Yeah, we're going to look at this 1-ball shot. And he went 2 rails around to the 7.
Yeah, that shot had to be hit perfectly, not only in terms of the accuracy with the shot on the 1, but also with the direction the cue ball took after pocketing the 1. So that was really a first-class shot, and he made it look kind of easy, which it really wasn't. You know that. Emin at the table. Nicely struck break there, but I don't know. Yes, he got rewarded.
15 went in.
Okay.
Well, the only thing that looks a little problem now is the 11. Is that the 11?
I believe that's the 12.
Or the 13.
Or the 13 underneath the 6.
I think it's the 13. But, once again, I think they're even. Because the 13 and the 6 have to be worked.
Yeah, but I kind of like the stripes a little bit better because I believe the 14 ball is positioned under the 13, and that'll give him the more ability to do something with the 13.
Well, he went to it right now, Billy. There's the 13.
That's the 13. But see, now the 14 is there too. That's what I was saying. He has the 14, obviously, underneath the 13, which will give him a much more ability to drop for the 13 like he's done.
Well, he's going to shoot the 14 first.
Yeah.
No problem. Notice how he stayed off the rail with the cue ball, and that was not accidental, because it's a big difference if you get on the rail there, because you can't do too much to get to the next ball. So it's not an accident. Great player. He looks like he's playing with confidence today.
He would like to save the 14 as his key ball to the 8. The 8 does pass into the side pocket because he would like to play the, I believe that's the 12, 9, 14 Depending on the angle that he's left himself with on the 12 will determine what pocket he plays shape for the 9. A lot of indecision out there. Maybe he doesn't have the angle that he wants for the 13. He's even looked at the 9, maybe to shoot the 9, to go around 3 cushions.
He is doing that, and he can fall on either ball that's left.
He wants to get straight. He's a little lazy. Is he straight? He looks like he's a little off angle.
Well, then you can go to the 14 in the other side,
But
if it is.
Yeah,
but I think he's pretty full.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay. I thought that he was a little off angle more than
Well, in
than
that
he was.
case, he could have went to the 14 in the side. So there's different paths, especially when you play at this level. You know, you can put the cue ball almost anywhere.
He's got such strong concentration when he's at the table. He takes a couple preliminary strokes and he shoots. That's the
And he's another one
tempo that he enjoys
who moved
most.
to the New York area. The one that really surprised me moving to New York is Earl. I would think Earl is way out of play in New York. A southern
he came
guy.
from Greensboro in that
it's
area.
close to New York.
Yeah. Is it Greensboro? Is it South Carolina? Greensboro?
North Carolina.
Okay. That's why I didn't know exactly. I forgot. I remember in 1983, I brought Strickland down
I know
to...
the whole story. But you brought Siegel.
I mean, excuse not Strickland. We went to play
remember the
Strickland.
story, and you couldn't beat him playing shootout because he would push to a bank that you couldn't see and jump.
Jump shot.
Siegel couldn't handle it, and he could, so you guys left.
Well, anyways, since it's my story, I'll tell it.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just verifying it before you tell it.
Okay. I'll tell in a second. In 1983, I brought Mike Siegel to Carolina to play Strickland 9 ball. At that time, Strickland didn't know any of the top players, nor did he care. So, but that didn't stop him from winning.
He jumped the balls real well.
Yeah. And Bustamante's going to open him up real well, too, which he's done.
Which he needs to do.
And I'll finish the story later on at the appropriate time. But now let's get back to the match.
Well, I think he's got to shoot the 2 here.
Well, the 2 does go on the side.
Yeah, but it goes in the corner, too.
Exactly, but since it goes in the side, then he has the luxury of waiting.
Yeah, but you know what? After the break, you could play a combination. He could shoot the 14 into the 7 and still get the solids if he has to.
Since the 7 is positioned in front of the pocket, that certainly makes the stripes less enviable because of that. The 10 ball doesn't pass into that pocket because of the 7. Now he's taking a look at the 2, the ball then he said I would shoot, or he would shoot. He doesn't care for that
Well, I don't know
either.
if he could draw it back without hitting the point of the side. Because if he could, he would go right to the 1 from the 2. But he's going to take, I don't know about this.
Now, this is kind of curious why he's shooting the 11.
Yeah.
Because the stripes has that big problem.
How about that? Oh, Bustamante. That could be disaster.
Now, let me ask you a question. Can Emin shoot the 10 into the 7?
Yeah, it's still open table.
Okay, still open table.
Until a ball is pocketed after the break, nobody has a group yet. So it's still open table. And now he doesn't have to play a combination.
He wants to get on the 5 next here. That's why he put all that inside English on the ball.
He got good on it because now he can get to the 1.
Right. He's going to shoot the 5, and then he'll shoot the 1 in the same pocket that he pocketed the 7 in. And like I mentioned earlier in the rack, the 2 does go on the side, so he's not really overly concerned with that. He's more concerned about getting on that red 3 ball, which is very...
Yeah. As we're sitting here, that's the next trouble ball.
Right. And he doesn't want to get straight on the 1. If he's gotten straight on the 1, he's created a problem for himself. Let's take a look at his face here. He don't like it. He may have a slight angle. He may be forced to play position for the 3 next.
Right. Try to get to the middle of the table.
If he gets to the middle of the table, center table, that'll suffice for the 3. But he has to get there.
So to get closer to the 3, he's going to have to shoot this with a little bit of left-hand English.
Center table.
He had room.
Center table.
Well, he's got it.
I don't know if he likes it.
But he's got it.
Yeah, he's got it, but I don't know if he likes it.
Well, you got to like it because you don't have anything else.
Well, you got the 6.
Yeah, well, the 6, you lose control.
Right. The 6 doesn't lead you comfortably to anything else, where the 3 leads you to the 2.
Yeah.
And he's got it, but it's not an easy one. Nicely executed.
Ooh, he's got a thin hit on the 2, but it goes. Now I think you go past the 8.
Yeah, I kind of like going 2 cushions to the bottom rail.
Right. To right where he's standing.
Unless he can softly roll it in. Well, no.
He hit it a little hard.
Yeah.
Oh, he's okay. It died.
Oh, yeah, he's perfect now.
He's out.
Well, this will give him a 3-game lead, Danny. 5 games to 2.
Yeah,
Bustamante.
that's tough to overcome.
Yeah, Bustamante missed that opening shot on the 11, which really put him at a disadvantage. And after rack number 7, Emin finds himself leading by 3 games in a race to 10, 5 games to 2. And he's going to be at the table breaking the balls as well. So Bustamante has a lot of work cut out for him here.
He missed a rare miss for Bustamante, and it was not a tough shot. So let's see it. Look at this. He missed this ball.
You know, he's almost straight in on that shot. I thought he was, and he tried to cheat the pocket.
Look, he missed it again.
You know, first of all, I thought it was a bad choice, as you did, opting to shoot the stripes.
I did. I did think that. And I don't know if that's why he lost the game, but I think everything is percentages. There's always a better way to go. If you shoot it 100 times one way versus the other, one way is a little better, and you got to find that way.
But the problem is you don't have any extra chances to find it. You got to do it on that one try.
Yeah.
In other words, you got to make up your mind which color is the best, and then you got to, you got to succeed with your choice. And for us up here in the booth, obviously, it's much easier for us to say, well, I like this color opposed to this color for this reason or that reason. But, a lot of things going through these guys' minds when they're at the table. They know the exact angles, and they know how the balls lay much better than we here in the booth. So we have to give them the benefit of the doubt. 3 in the side, 1 in the corner,
And here comes
7 in the
7.
corner, and that's enough.
Yeah, they're all open.
Okay, notice there are 5 balls by the foot spot, or at least on this end of the table. The 6th ball is sandwiched in between the 11 and the 8. Or excuse me, the 11 and the 2.
And the 15 is a little tied up if you take the stripes.
But the stripes is
A
clearly the better of the 2 colors.
It's a little better. The
Clearly
6
the
is
better.
tied up.
See, the 6 is very problematic, and the 2 is as well, because the 2 really doesn't go in any pocket but this lower corner, and you can't control the cue ball off of it. But once, he commits himself to a color, then he has to run out because he's opening up the pocket for the balls that are problematic on the solid side. So now the solids look a lot better now once that pocket was opened up. Nice stroke.
Got the 15 in the side. He can go to the 12. Then he can get rid of the 13. I don't know if the 15 passes the 6. We're going to find out.
Yeah, but that was good what he just did.
Yeah, if it passes, he got there.
That was perfect what he just did. He certainly cleared up this quite a bit with that shot. He's fallen really nice on the 11, and he can play this shot a number of different ways. So he has worked himself through this rack with that one shot.
Yeah, he's got the 11 perfectly. I don't see any more problems this rack.
No, this is easy from here. I mean, I would run out 1,000 out of 1,000 times from up here with this layout.
Don't lose your head.
Up
Billy.
here? Up
Oh,
here?
yeah,
up
you're
here,
right.
up here, up here.
Up here, you do play pretty good.
Yeah. That ball seemed like it skidded a little bit on him.
And it almost snookered him.
It seemed like it skidded, and what that means is that the cue ball came in contact with the object ball and stayed on the object ball an instant longer.
And because it skidded, he wants the cue ball cleaned so it doesn't skid again. This one wasn't disastrous, so he's avoiding disaster by cleaning it right now. Because if the cue ball hits an object ball at a point where it's dirty, it will skid.
It'll stick.
It won't cut.
It'll stick on it. It won't give you the action that you anticipated getting. And at that time, he should have followed a little bit further and stayed away from the 8-ball. But because of the skid, he almost ended up behind the 8-ball. And you don't ever want to be behind the 8.
No.
Yeah, and he's making it look pretty easy after game number 8. He now has a 4-game lead in the match, 6-2.
I know we've been calling. It's tough to come back when you're 4 games behind, but we've seen it. We've seen it done. Darren Appleton lost the first 4 games in his first match. Then he won 7 in a row.
Yeah, but frankly, I don't think you're going to see that often in this event with the alternate break rule. But with the alternate break rule, when you fall behind by 2 games, it's tough. When you fall behind by 3 games, man, you're really up against it. But if you fall behind by 4 games, something really crazy has to happen for you to win that match.
You're going to sleep in the street if you fall behind by 4. Well, I know the way Mika's thinking right now. He knows that with 1 loss, he still could win the tournament.
Mika, 41 years old. They call him the Iceman. The Iceman because, he doesn't have what they used to call Larry Hubbard the Iceman, too.
That was Larry Iceman first.
Yeah, he was the original Iceman, but that doesn't mean there can't be a one Iceman to follow him. Yeah. He's a member of the Iceman group. Or the Icemen group. But Django may have a little bit to say about this. He's a true warrior. That's why they call him Django. Because he's gritty and he can do it. And he's the type of a player that can come back from this type of a deficit. Because he's a killer. I watched him play Johnny Archer in Dayton, Ohio. Johnny Archer played him a race to 13 for quite a bit of money. Archer run 13 racks on him. Beat him 13-0. Bustamante said to him before the next game, he said to him, let's double the bet and play another set.
Yeah.
You know what? And he beat him. He beat Archer. So this guy here, he should be called the Iceman, actually. He's a killer.
Well, a similar thing like that happened in Johnson City. Harold Worst playing Danny Gartner straight pool, 100 points. Danny Gartner ran 100 and out, and Worst said, let's play for more. Rack him up. But he was a great player, too. Died prematurely.
Well, I got one about Peter Rabbit.
Peter Linhart.
Linhart. He got a stake horse to play a game of straight pool. I forget who he was playing, 150 points. And Peter broke the balls, and his opponent ran 150 and out. And his backer said, wow, that's enough for me. And Peter said, how can you quit now? You haven't seen me shoot.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Peter Rabbit was a funny man.
Yeah, he was. Really a funny guy.
And he was
really
a singer.
A funny guy. Yes.
He was a singer.
No, you don't want that brush right there. You don't want that brush.
Well, it goes in the corner, but the thing is,
Now he's got to
it
revise
tends
his
to
plan.
make things a little different.
Yes, he's got to revise his plan a little bit here now. And in doing that, sort of like complicates it quite a bit. He's shaking his head saying, well, I didn't like that, so let's see what I can do now. He got a shot on the 15. He can drop nicely for the 13. He's going to have to play the 10 in the lower corner here. He overcut that ball.
Good.
Well, he overcut that ball. That's why the cue ball got away from him.
Had he hit it full, it wouldn't have glanced so much, and he would have had a shot. What do you do now, Billy?
Well, you got to slice it in now and hope that you end up in a good
man.
spot.
The 10 is not in a great place to fly around with the cue ball.
But you don't have the luxury of doing anything else.
No, you're right. He's playing it.
He's going to he's going to go
Cue
two
ball's
cushions.
flying around everywhere.
2 cushions toward the 10. Let's see what happens. 2 cushions toward the 10. 1, 2 toward the 10. Boom. Just like that. Just like that. Now, that was a pool shot there, Danny. I tell you, these guys really amaze me, what they do on the table that I have a problem looking at and doing up here. I just can't believe it. I'm not kidding you.
Billy, look at that.
Uh-oh. Come
Look
on,
at that
Django. Cut it out. And that's how that's done. Okay, rack number 9 goes to Bustamante, who now narrows the gap to within 3 games of the lead, trailing in the match 6 games to 3. Still a lot of work in front of us, in front of Bustamante from here, but you know what? I really like what he did that rack, Danny.
Oh, it was great. The people loved it, too. Cut a ball backwards, bank another one, and run out. And he's not even from Kentucky. And I always say that because Kentucky's the bank pool capital of the world, and South Chicago. Yeah, let's watch all that stuff. He cut the ball, flew around.
I kind of like the
it's in
13
the
ball.
bank. Yeah.
This shot here is a
That
nice
was
shot.
easy.
But the other one, when he cut the 13 in and went 2 cushions into the 10, or the ball next to the 10, that was the shot.
Yeah, you're right.
Bustamante played Earl Strickland, I believe it was, in the 2002 World Tournament. And that was the year that he got real saddening news that his daughter had passed away.
Yeah.
I'll get back to that story in a second. He pockets the 11.
Where
The
are
one-
you, balls?
the
Well,
one
they're-
and
they're
the
a little
9.
tied up.
Yes, the 1 and the 9 are tied up on the left side of the table. Both of those balls are tied up.
But I think you shoot the 7 right now, and I think you'll hit the 1, and you have balls in the side for insurance. I think you got to take the solids.
Yeah, I like taking the solids, but I don't know about shooting the 7. He's going to stretch and shoot the 6.
I don't know why. You got a good chance to hit the 1 right now with the 7.
Oh, you're going to hit the 1, but the 7's a pretty tough shot. You know?
These are tough players.
Yeah, but look on the monitor how he's underneath the 7 actually.
Well, he'll try to get there again.
Yeah, that's what he's going to try to do.
He might get too straight now.
Yeah, he
though.
may have gotten too straight. I do believe he has a slight angle. He can force the cue ball and bump the 9. By bumping the 9, he doesn't want to hit it that hard because he'll still have the insurance ball with the 2. Let's see what he does. He wants to bump it out of the way, which beautifully executed shot.
Pretty good shot.
That was a beautifully executed shot. He cleared that pocket for the 1 nicely. I mean, that was really executed to perfection. Nicely executed shot. This is the way the game's supposed to be played, right here. He's really making this game look easy, and by no means is what he's doing is easy.
Well, he got on the 3 pretty good. He's got to fall on the 1 while he still has other balls on the table, I believe.
Right. Now, I don't particularly care for shooting this ball now. I think I would shoot the 3 now and try to get on that
shoot
1.
the 3 because it's not going to change any of this. Oh, he's not going to like this.
I don't. I didn't like shooting that shot. I thought he should have saved that as his insurance, because he's really,
He's got the 5, but you can't go too many places with it, and you need some kind of angle to get on the 1.
No, he can get out from here by playing 3 inside up by the side rail and play shape for the 1. But that way, it's.
But look what he did with the cue ball. He overcame it all.
Yeah, the way he took, the route he took was very demanding. But when you play as well as this guy right here, even though it was that demanding, maybe to him it wasn't. And if he felt that way, that was probably the safer route, because he envisioned this happening exactly the way it happened. That's rack number 10, and it goes to Emin, who now leads in the match again by 4 games, this time at 7 games to 3, and is getting later in the match. These leads become much more difficult to surmount the later in the match you go when you're the guy that's trailing. So even though Bustamante was faced with a 4-game deficit before, it's even worse now.
Yeah. The closer you are to the end, the more the 4 games look like a big lead.
Well, anyways, I was talking about Bustamante in 2002, wasn't it? In 2002, I believe it was. He was playing. He was playing Earl Strickland in the finals of the World Tournament, and he got a phone call that his daughter, less than a year old, had passed, and he was beside himself, and he wanted to go back to the Philippines. But they convinced him to stay and finish the tournament, and he played brilliantly. He defeated Reyes, and he defeated, other great players, and it finally came down to him and Strickland.
He finished second.
And
sorry, Billy. Go ahead, finish your story. You're taking
well,
too long.
It came down to Bustamante and Strickland in the finals of the tournament, a race to 17. For the most part of the match, Bustamante had the lead, maybe a 1-game lead, 2-game lead, and it came down to where the score was 15-14. Bustamante in a race to 17. And Bustamante had a jump shot, and he tried to jump over a ball, and he didn't do well. Strickland run the next 3 matches in a row.
Look at this.
3 games in a row to win the tournament.
Table's leaking, Billy.
I'm not going to tell any more stories with you, Danny.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about your story, I
was at the end of the story. Bustamante jumped over a ball and missed with the score. He was leading 15-14. And Strickland run 3 consecutive racks to win the World Tournament. So that was like one of the most saddest times in his career. So that's what I was trying to get at. So anyways.
Well, Billy, it's either most sad or saddest, not most saddest.
Well, that's how I feel now with you.
Look where the cue ball stopped here.
He's playing the 6.
Yeah, he's trying to kick the 6 in, and if he does, he's going to have position. I think he's going to make this, Billy. Now I'm more sure. Oh! I'm not sure anymore. The people, it was an O shot for the crowd.
He would like to get rid of the 3 if you're going to take the solids right now.
Yeah. He's going to. It's a good lesson for you people out there. Anytime you got ball in hand, shoot the ball that would be toughest to play position for. And he's got the angle now to go 1 rail to the 7 in the same pocket. Yeah. I think Mika's going to get to 8.
He wanted to brush to 7 there, but he didn't do
Well, I
what
think
he
he's
wanted
still
to do.
got to shoot the 7. No, he got the 6 yet. He's all right. He's all right.
He's going to draw it back for the 7, which he's done. He's fine. Recovered that quite well. Nicely executed. Off the rail,
No,
nice
I think
angle.
You go 2 rails. Well, he pointed there.
I kind of
but
like one rail right
No.
up.
that way you got obstruction. I like 2 rails. There's
One
no
rail. One
obstruction.
rail right up like this.
Oh, that way. That's
Yeah,
a good shot.
that way.
As long as you didn't go towards that.
I'm playing pretty good right now,
You
Danny.
are, Billy.
Okay,
You're
thank
playing
you.
good.
Uh-oh. He didn't want to get there.
No, the
He's
only way he
leading
could go
7
wrong.
games to 3, and he got in a spot where, I don't know, this is kind of like
You could
iffy
foul,
here.
too.
Nice.
No problem.
Nice. He hit it so cleanly from the position he was in. It's, that shot is very difficult to hit as cleanly as he hit it.
Yeah.
Wow. Nicely struck.
And fouls on every ball. He didn't have to get away with it.
Yeah, he was really in a tough spot there.
But I venture to say it's an easier shot when you're winning by 4 games. Hey, let's see the kick shot that Bustamante almost made. Almost doesn't count. He's shooting at the 6.
He missed it again.
He missed
That's what
it
you
again.
always say.
Yeah, he did. He missed it twice in a row.
Yeah. And he went to school. You figured he would have made it the second time.
You're right. Well, if he buys the tape and watches it, he might make it next time. Of course, it
Well,
isn't.
anyways, when I brought Siegel to play Strickland in Greensboro, Greensville, whatever it is, North Carolina,
It's Greenville.
in Greenville, North Carolina, in 1983, they were playing, and they were playing for quite a bit of money, and that's when no one jumped over balls but Strickland, and he used his playing cue to do
He was
it.
real good about it.
And they were playing push out after the break, like we normally do. And every time Strickland pushed out and Siegel passed, Strickland would jump over the ball. So every time he did that, Siegel would look at me and say, "Look at this guy. What's he doing?" And Strickland would make them all. 3 in the side.
Uh-oh. He made a ball?
Yeah, made the 3 in the side.
I don't think he can make the 2. He might have to take the stripes.
Yeah. There's really nothing wrong with the stripes.
No, not at all. Because I think the 10 squeaks by, the 15 squeaks by, and he's got a shot on the 12 right now. Well, apparently he can make the 2. I didn't think he could. Yeah, Mika's feeling real good right now.
Yeah, nice speed. The speed that he shot that shot with is perfect because now he has a shot on the green 6. And you really don't want to play the 8 off the 1. In other words, you don't want to save the 1 for your key ball to the 8. I think he should play the 1 next, maybe.
Well, he got on the 6, which would have been a tough ball to fall on. And like Buddy Hall says, don't play position when you already got it. And that was tricky. So he got rid of that.
He would like, if he could position the cue ball in hand, he would play position for the 7 next. But I don't think he can do that. So he's going to have to play 1, 5, 7. He wants to get on the inside of the 7, so he'll cut the 7 to his right here. If he cuts the 7 to his right, it'll send the cue ball to the other side of the table, which will open up the table for the position. No, it's too hard. That's too hard.
No,
I
he's fine.
don't think he likes it.
Why not?
I think it's a little too hard. It's not natural now. Now he's going to have to stroke it and force it over. And when you do that, sometimes the pocket shrinks up a little bit, and
Yeah,
sometimes
but he's
too
got
much.
a pretty good angle here, Billy.
Well, why isn't he shooting? The guys, I'm telling you, it's pretty straight right here. He's going to have to hit this with some speed, and he has to hit it cleanly. See? That's what
But
I'm
he
talking about.
one-stroked it. That was a flaw.
Well, that's the tempo that he plays with, I mean, he shoots like that. He should have been more careful when he shot the lead ball to play position for the 7.
Yeah.
Make sure he ended up on the inside, because that was the crucial, point of the shot, ending up on the right side of the 7.
That would have got him on the hill.
Absolutely. Now Bustamante has a chance, and sometimes that's all he needs is a chance. But with this alternate break format, with the way it's going to be very, very difficult for him to come back here.
Very difficult. You're 5 games behind, alternate break. Your opponent needs 2. But he's going to run out anytime he gets a shot. Worry about the guy getting out later. Right now, do your business and run out yourself. Because funny things can happen.
I've seen Bustamante play perfect pool against C.J. Wiley. It was in Illinois at one of Jim Willard's tournaments. They played for hours and hours, and I don't remember Bustamante missing more than a ball. And he must have played him for like 8 hours. It was one of the most beautiful sessions of pool I've ever seen anyone play. Got such a nice soft stroke with the delivery he has. You don't ever think he's going to hit it as softly as he does because of his his wind up and everything. But when he hits that cue ball, he hits it so precisely, and the cue ball does exactly what he wants it to do.
And that's the same thing Efren did. He had the same kind of control.
Game number 12 goes to Bustamante. He now finds himself 4 games from the lead, 8 games to 4. But you know what? Not much time left in this match for him if he doesn't win every game, just about.
Let's look at Mika's one-stroke miss.
See, look at he doesn't have much angle there, and he really misjudged that ball. Matter of fact, it didn't even like hit the points. It hit the rail.
He didn't come close.
And as well as he's played in this match, you would have thought he would have hit the pocket.
And he got him on the hill.
Yeah,
that was very big.
But I think he was a little too lax with his position on the 7, and he got a little careless there. Mm-hmm. I don't think he was. Did he make anything? I don't think he made a ball.
He didn't. It was dry, but look where the cue ball stopped.
Yeah, he's got
an opening tough shot.
Maybe the 4 on the side.
He's got the 4. No bargain there.
Or the 13.
Oh, I don't know about the 13.
I wouldn't want to be shooting this shot.
I'd rather shoot the 4 than the 13.
Yeah, this is
but
like
he'd rather shoot the 13 because if he makes it, he's got the ball on the side.
That was like a long cab ride. That shot.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, I mean, he was quite a distance from that ball, But, he shoots so accurately.
Yeah, he is a straight shooter. Well, he's got the 14. I think you got to shoot the 14 and draw back off the 3 to the 12. Or the 9. That's the 9. Got to shoot it.
How about playing the 9 in the corner? You can shoot the 14, maybe play the 9 in the corner next. I don't know if you can draw it back, so maybe you're better off taking a safer shot on the 9 in the corner as opposed to trying to draw it back and getting yourself from the 50-yard line. That indecision out there is indicating to me that he's not comfortable. I kind of like soft drawing this. Like that. Well, he's going to play shape for the 9 on the side.
Yeah. He got the 12 next.
What about that 15 ball to the underneath the foot spot? He's got to do something with that ball.
Yeah. It goes inside if he wants to do that. And that's what he's going to do, I think. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good as right, and to gamble on doing it at the time that he did it says a lot about his confidence as a player. In other words, that's something that I wouldn't have wanted done, but he didn't even hesitate. He played position to do that. He would like to get rid of the 10 now, put him closer to the 13. Now he's got to be careful here. The last time he was at the table in the last game, he was a little careless. I can't afford to continue playing like that. Okay. He just said, well, I don't know.
He's got the 8 in the corner, Billy.
Yeah, he played for the 8 in the corner, but he didn't play to end up where he did. He wanted a much straighter shot.
I'm betting he makes it.
And I'm betting on you. Well, that'll put him on the hill. He'll now leads by 5 games in the match, 9 games to 4. And he'll now have the luxury of, showboating a little bit before this match is over if he wants to do that. That's how much of a favorite he is from here. Bustamante has to crack 3 of his breaks.
Yeah, that's going to be tough because you got to wait for the guy to miss before you get to the table. And it's not likely he's going to blank 3 breaks.
I've only seen him miss 1 ball in this match, and that was the 7 ball.
There's the rack track.
I don't know what the TPA is on this match, if we're even keeping that.
We're not keeping that.
But if we were keeping a TPA in this match, I don't think Emin has missed any more than 1 or 2 balls. Or 1 ball, I remember him missing the 7. Other than that, I don't remember him missing another ball.
Oh, he's played solid. Here it is. You're on the hill, and it's your break.
This match was a pretty even match going in. But
I
the
thought
score,
it was,
with the score of 9-4. Wow. I don't know if he's going to get anything off this break. Well, this is
He didn't.
This is the first thing Bustamante needed to have happen, and it did. But it's going to have to be a parlay of about 10 things for him to win this match to have happen.
Well, every time Mika doesn't make a ball in the break and doesn't run out, Bustamante can gain 2 games each time. So that means he needs to do it 3 times, which is not very likely.
And it has to start right here. Every time Bustamante steps to the table, he's going to have to run out. Anything short of that,
Yeah.
he'll
No
be
more
taking
mistakes. He can't afford any mistakes.
No, he'll be going home a little early. Anything short of that.
Well, he can't go home because he's got 3 more matches.
Well, going home tonight.
Sorry, Billy.
Yeah, I don't think he's found exactly where he wanted to fall. He's going to softly draw off the 7 here. This softly. Nice. He would like to fall down for the 4 if it doesn't pass the 15 in the left corner.
But
I don't think he has the angle to do that, though.
I think he can go to the 5 and then the 4. Get straight in on the 5, you'll have the 4.
If the 4 passes, passes,
I think it does.
Oh, if it passes, then it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It'll go 5-4, like Danny said, 5-4-3. I wasn't quite sure if it even passed. So it looks like he has this game in hand.
Yeah.
One of many that he needs. No pressure out there for him now. But once you get into the position of, I can win, that's when the pressure starts coming into play. Right now he's pretty loose. We'll follow this match, hopefully up into that point.
Well, tell me, when they say he's loose as a goose, what does that mean? Is a goose loose?
I was kind of wondering myself.
Loose as a goose. What the heck is that?
Have you ever been called a goose? Hey, you're a goose.
No.
Because if you're a goose, then a goose is loose.
I think there isn't many words that rhyme with loose, so they used goose. Makes no sense otherwise.
There aren't any words that rhyme with loose?
Not many.
Well, let's think of them.
Juice.
Loose, goose, juice.
Spruce.
Spruce. Moose. Loose is a moose.
A moose, too?
Moose,
yeah.
loose is a moose.
Well, I don't think a moose is very loose.
Well, looser than, maybe not as loose as a goose. But that's the truce.
Well, we got 5-Star Ale laughing.
Well, what are you expecting? Oh, you want a whole match of good stuff? You can't get a whole match of good stuff, Al. Yeah.
You see Al right there? He's pointing at us. The guy to the right of him is Billy's son, Anthony.
And the guy to the left of him is Mr. P.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's a regular.
Yeah, Stu Montana. I mean, I really enjoyed talking to Stu. I mean, he's probably the most accurate reporter of these tournaments that I've ever read on AZ Billiards. He goes to an event. He gives you a report on the tournament better than if you were there. I mean, people just wait for his report, but they don't have to go to the tournament. They just wait for his report. It's amazing. I call him Mr. P because we have an inside thing on that. Wow, looks like the table's leaking.
Okay, Bustamante, you got to keep fighting because if Mika doesn't make a ball on every break, you win 2 games possibly.
Yeah, if he runs out here, it'll be 9-6.
Yeah.
And if he runs out here, then Mika breaks the balls and comes up dry. It could possibly go from 9-6 to 9-8.
Yeah.
And that's when the pressure really comes into play.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, look what he did there.
Nice
He
roll
up to
there.
6.
Very nicely done there. Yeah, he got the
Very
maximum from that shot. What ball is that behind the 15 in the center
It's
table?
a high ball.
Is that the 1 ball or the 9 ball?
It's the 9.
I think it's the 1 ball.
Oh, it's the 1. You're right. Yeah, the 9 is on the rail.
And now he's taking a look to see if the 1 goes in the side. So he wants to play, I believe, 2-3-1-7.
if the one goes in the side.
2, 3, 1, 7. Well, if it doesn't go on the side, he's got a big problem. Okay, now he's going to go 7, 2, 3, 1. 7, 2, 3, 1 is how he's going to play this. He wants to get, he's got to get precise on this ball. He's got to get almost straight on the 3, because if he doesn't end up almost straight on the 3, he's going to lose his market on playing shape for the 1 on the side. Big shot coming up, and he has to be pretty exact with the cue ball. He's taking a little bit of time here, and it certainly demands it, because this is the shot that's going to determine whether or not he's going to go on in this match. He's got to get good on the 3, and it's not easy to do. He's got to get straight on the 3 here. Let's see how well he does. He's got to get better than that. He's got to get better than this.
He snookered himself. No, he didn't. You know what? He's got a pretty good angle. The one at least goes in the corner, but I think the 14's in the path.
And this is the problem with this shot. Like Danny said, the 10 ball is in the path of the cue ball, because he has to cut the 3 ball enough to where the cue ball is going to go toward that 10 ball. What happens after that, I don't know. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's what happened. He went into the 10. He wants to pass it. He wants to. I think he's got a shot on the 1. I think he's at least a bank. He has at least a bank.
Well, not only at least, that might be it.
You know, he's probably about a 6 or 7 to 5 dog to make this bank, but not much more than that, if any. If any. I mean, I think he's going to either make it or hang it.
It went in.
And he made it. He made it. Django!
That's a great shot when your opponent's on the hill. Mika was ready to get up and shoot, but he's going to have to wait a little longer.
And that's how that's done. I'll tell you what, these guys really, really... Hey, Django! These guys are really something, boy. You know, we really don't realize, you know, how fortunate we are to be able to see the best players in the world playing, you know.
And we got
in a
the
small
best
little
seats.
town like Edison, New Jersey. You got, without a doubt, the best players in the world. And they're playing like that too, Danny.
Well, New Jersey has some funny laws. I told you one at breakfast, right?
Oh, you mean there's no left turns in New Jersey?
No. You're not allowed to wear body armor or a bulletproof vest if you're robbing anybody or killing them.
Yeah, because
it's against the law.
That's a good law, okay? Because if you want to go out and rob someone or kill someone, it's good sportsmanship to be able to be killed yourself. You know.
Oh, that's the whole story.
You know.
It's a New Jersey law. It truly is.
You know. You think anybody cheats?
We're going to replay Bustamante's bank.
Yeah. Well, Bustamante was fortunate to end up in this spot, you know, after playing out of line on the 3. He got a rather fortuitous roll, if you could call it that, off the 10. And he ended up with a bank on the 1. Not that it was an easy shot, but
we're not
pretty nice shot.
We're not going to show it.
Uh-oh, he may be coming up dry here. Uh-oh, things are starting to get interesting. Things are starting to get interesting.
Look at Mika. He doesn't like it, because now it could be 9-6, 9-8.
Or beginning of a nightmare, one or the other. Yeah, this is what Bustamante needed to have happen. All the way back to where when Mika missed the 7 ball. You know, we needed a number of events that were really, you know, a number of events happened for Bustamante that didn't figure to have happened for him to have a chance.
He's got an angle now to go into the 4 ball.
I don't think he needs to do that, Danny.
Oh, yeah, it goes past the 7.
There you go.
He did it. Really good shot.
The 7 ball is positioned in front of the side. He does have a pocket for the 7 in the side. The 6 ball seems to be the problem ball. The 6 ball is positioned to the right of the 10. That's the ball that he needs to really concentrate on in figuring out how he's going to get to
I
it.
draw at one rail right now and go to the 6 in the corner.
He wants to go for the side for the 6. He's fallen a little short there, but you know what?
He can shoot it.
He can shoot it. He may have to shoot it now. Even though he can pocket the 1, I think playing the 6 might be the better of the 2 shots.
I think you're right, Billy.
Looks like he can pocket the 6 in the side and send the cue ball in between the 1 and the 12 ball. All his concentration should be pocketing the 6. The cue ball will take a natural path in between the 1 and the 12. A little inside English, like this, or the other English, if he wants to go the other way.
He's got the
He's got the 2. He's got the 2. He's got the 2. He ends up in perfect shape for the 2. Draw back for the 1. 7 in the side. 8 in the opposite side. And this match will then all of a sudden have a heartbeat at 9-7 with Bustamante breaking.
Yeah, this match could get close.
$30 this guy's been playing this kind of pool. 30 years. And this match is now 9-7. Bustamante's going to be breaking here, Danny, 9-7. If he's able to put a ball down and follow it up with running out, a lot of pressure in this match on Mika Immonen.
Yeah,
a lot of pressure.
If he doesn't make a ball, it's the next break, and Bustamante runs out here, Bustamante could beat him 2 in a row and win.
Exactly. Hey, Pat, what do you think of this? Pat, what do you think? Pat, the reason I'm saying that because you're in my ear. For you people out there, that was our boss, Pat Fleming, who was giving direction on camera angles and all that different kind of stuff. And he didn't realize that we were picking up his feed, so I straightened him up real quick, didn't I, Danny?
Yeah, you did. Good work. And Pat just said he appreciates it.
Well, I like Pat because you know what? He appreciates stuff a lot. And when you do things for people that he goes unappreciated, that's what I really don't like.
And he's not sensitive when you scold him.
Back to the match. In a very interesting match it is. Because we really didn't think this match was going to be as interesting as it really turned out to be. And it's not over yet. Come on, he put everything into it. He got a ball on the break.
He got
a couple balls on the break. He's got good cue ball position.
He made 3 balls.
Okay, he would like to take. He would like to take, and I believe he would like to take the stripes.
Yeah, you're right, because of the 11 over there with the.
Because of the 4. The 4. But the problem with this shot, Danny, is coming up with a shot after he pockets the 13. So therefore, he's going to have a decision to make here. Does he take the solids and deal with the 4 as his problematic ball, or does he take the stripes and deal with his first shot? Because it could go either way here. You know, he could go with the 13 with a little high right English, which would send him toward the 14, or possibly even maybe end up with a shot on the 9.
He's playing the solids.
Maybe he'll go underneath the 4 now. Underneath the 4, possibly. Nope. He's playing it a different way. Okay, this is kind of interesting here how he's playing this.
He might go right to the 4 now in the far corner off the 7.
You know, I want to take care of the 4 sooner than later.
I'd do it right now.
You got to take care of
He's got the angle to go past the 10.
You got to take care of the 4 soon, and like Danny said, maybe now. Maybe he wants to get down. He didn't get down far enough.
He didn't hit it hard enough.
Boy, he has fallen. quite a bit short.
Yeah.
Now he's got a problem. I kind of like him playing the 3 now. I think he should take a look at the 3. I think that's a better shot. There he is. He's going to take a look at the 3 now.
Play the 3.
That's the shot right there,
Try
the
to
3.
get the angle on the 2 to get where you just wanted to get on the 4. Well, the 1's still there,
Yeah,
too.
I like going from the 1 to the 4.
Yeah.
Get a nice angle on the 1.
You got it.
Drop down on back of the 4, and you got this 6 for an insurance ball. Try to get underneath the 6 here. Excuse me, the 4 here on this shot. And if you don't get it, I think you have the insurance ball with the 6.
You're right.
Big shot coming up here.
No, he's going to go to the 2.
He likes this better. But now he's got to deal with the 10 here. He might go into the 10.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think it matters. I think he's fine.
Well,
He's fine now.
You can't hit a shot any better than what he hit that shot. Perfect cue ball control. I really, really like the way he hit that shot.
Stop the ball and go 1 rail from the 6 to the 8 and the side. That's the layout.
Nicely struck.
That's it.
Make sure you cut this ball thinly enough. You don't want to go into the 14 here. Nice slow roll. Very slow.
That's slow. He got there.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, this
9 to
match's
8.
not over.
9 to 8. A much different match now. Much more serious face on Immonen as he sits in his chair. At one time, he was leading in this match, I believe, by the score of
5
9
games.
to 4.
5
9
games.
to 4.
And he missed the 7.
I believe this is the second time in the tournament that one player has won 4 consecutive games. No, this is the third time, actually. Bustamante, in his first match, won the first 4 games against, was it Appleton? Then Appleton came back and won the next 7. So that's twice 4 consecutive games or more has happened. And this is the third time. So Bustamante has won 4 consecutive games and now only trails in a match by 1 game. But he needs 2 to win the match. 9 games to 8. Big break coming up for Immonen. The likelihood of the events that have just happening was like, I don't know. I don't even know if you can put a number on it. At least 50 to 1. And in the meantime, it's almost like it's happened. At least that's the way Immonen probably feels. He says, wow, what's happening to me? A little earlier in the match, I said, this is like a nightmare. And this could very well turn out to be Immonen's nightmare. Nothing yet. This is unbelievable. I mean, you really have to feel for Immonen because he's played beautifully in this match. I mean, I think the last 3 times he's broken the balls, he's come up dry. This is like a script. And this guy here is the guy that can, he can act it out to the end too. Uh-oh. Fortunately, he has the 14 ball as the insurance ball. And he's got to be careful if he opts to shoot the 9 here. This isn't exactly what you would call an easy shot to come up with position off of. So he's got to be careful here. There's nothing easy about this shot. Nothing easy. Let's see how well he does with this. He does have the 13. I believe it's the 12. That's 12 ball on the side. So once again, he's got to work his way around the balls there. Nothing natural for this shot either. He's working his way around the balls. He's come up with a shot on the 13 in the side, but not the shot that he wanted to end up with. Now he's going to take a look at the 11. I kind of don't really like that shot because he's got to thread the needle on that shot in between the 3 and the 4 with the cue ball. But maybe he's going to be forced to shoot this shot. This is a tough shot to shoot. Tough shot to shoot. He went around the 3. Watch out, the cue ball, watch out. It may end up in back of the 13 here. Oh, almost. You know. Now, do you play the 15 in the corner or on the side? Of course, the corner is a little more difficult of the two shots.
Better cue ball.
Much better cue ball. Much better cue ball. If he's able to get out here, the match will be tied up at 9 games apiece.
He's got to shoot it in the side this time.
It looks like Bustamante's going to tie up this match at 9 games apiece, and he's going to be the player breaking on the hill.
So much for alternate breaks with a lead being the nuts. It no longer is. This is changing. He was 5 games behind. Now it's hill.
Well, when you look back at this tournament, this is one match. If Bustamante goes on to win this match, for all the people that have watched this match or are at this tournament, especially the ones that are at this tournament, if you look back at the tournament, this is the match that you're going to remember most. This will be the match that you remember most. Trailing 9 games to 4 in alternate break format and come back and win the match is something we may never see happen again with the caliber of players that we have out here.
Well, actually, Billy, we didn't see it yet.
I said if he goes on to win.
If means we didn't see it yet. But I'm not pulling either way, but it is a very exciting match for the people.
If you could take the blood pressure of both of these players, Bustamante and Immonen, what do you think Immonen's blood pressure would read right now?
Well, his forehead is red.
I mean, wow.
But anyway,
this is something.
Especially, it makes the match bigger because you could still win the tournament with 1 loss. Once you lose 2, I don't think you can win it anymore. So that makes it even a little more serious.
More suspenseful.
Look at his
more
break.
Pressure.
Yeah.
But this guy's a warrior, like I mentioned before. If anybody can do this, what he's attempting to do, you're looking at the guy that can do it. One second. I don't think he's going to get anything. Turnabout's fair play. Didn't get anything, and it's all up to Immonen.
Yeah.
Bustamante staring just at the table in disbelief. With the break that I have, he's saying to himself, are you telling me? Are you telling me? Wow. Now Immonen's at the table. He understands how Bustamante feels. He broke the balls the last 3 times coming up dry. But now it's up to him to get out. A lot of pressure, like I mentioned before. A lot of pressure on Immonen right now.
And they're not open real well, Billy. There's a lot of stuff to do here. Do you gamble right now and go into the 12 off the 4? I mean, you could make a ball, but what are you going to do with that tie-up over there?
I don't like shooting the 14. I like your shot. I like gambling right now off the 4. I like shooting the 4 and trying to softly go in between the 1 and the 13.
It looks like it's sitting good to do it.
I don't like shooting the 14 here. I think that he's making a mistake if he shoots the 14.
Unless he falls back on where he is. But then why? He's going to draw right into him.
I don't like that shot. You know what? I'll tell you what.
Won the match.
To pull the trigger, just to pull the trigger on that shot is something that it's so hard to do.
Because look
what he gambled there.
Billy.
Well, yeah, he sure did. He gave himself a real good chance to win the match with that shot. You know, after watching what transpired in the last 30, 40 minutes, for him to get up and shoot that shot the way he did says a heck of a lot about this guy as a player. I'll tell you that.
Well, that was the time to do it. You weren't going to get a chance later. So that was the hour right there.
You can bet that his heart rate is up there right now.
Uh-oh.
Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
Wait a second. I don't know if he has a shot.
Oh, he can shoot it inside.
I don't know. I don't know if he has a shot.
Yeah, he's got the shot.
This is a very small pocket.
I know, but he's close enough to hit it good. He's
Yeah.
got to shoot
yeah.
it.
I don't know about this shot. I wouldn't want to shoot it.
Well, then you ought to stay in the booth. Let him shoot it. How you like it?
Well, he had a very, very small pocket there.
He won the match, is what I see.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, this guy's showing a lot of heart right here. And it started on his opening shot.
Well, to win all the tournaments he's won, you know he's got heart. And the 9 passes, and he's going to have an angle. He's going to have a good angle now to fall on that 14 ball.
I think what he should do is, I think he should fall close to that side rail. He should go across table. I don't like going the other way. I like falling on that rail. Further. He needs to go further.
Oops, he's still got work.
See, I like going to the center of that side rail.
He's still got work,
where you
Billy.
can go 2 cushions toward the 8. Now he's landing it a little bit awkward here. This is not a gimme by any means.
How about shooting it off the 1?
No, Danny.
To control the cue ball. He's got a shot.
See, that's why I like getting to the side rail where he would have gone 2 cushions toward the 8, which would have left him a lot closer. Big shot. This is for the match. Wow. Wow, I tell you what a match that was.
It was really.
What a match. What a match. I mean, I hated to see either of these two guys lose that match.
They both should have won.
That was a great match. That was a great match.
And it keeps him in the tournament. Because now he's 1-1. Bustamante's 0-2.